And it's something people, I think, don't think about because people today have assumed an identity for who they are. And it's all over, right? It's in the media, it's on social media, it's on TV, it's in the newspapers, it's in music videos. All you're being sold is an identity. This is what you should be based on where you come from and based on how you've been socialized. Very early on, my father taught me that I didn't have to be what society told me, right? That I could be different if I wanted.
I want to put that in context and see if I'm understanding what you're saying. So I read Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom. It fucked with me, dude. That book is so good. Like when every second I think I'm a badass, and then I remember that the man faced 27 years in prison and refused to compromise his principles. I'm just not that hardcore. And
yeah.
Like, so that shit is phenomenal. And I remember him saying in the book, he was like, this is Nelson Mandela talking. He said, I got on an airplane and the pilot was black. And for a minute I was scared because I didn't think black people could fly a plane. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, how do I think that? And he said, if that had seeped into my mind, identity, right? Then how many other people had accepted something less than who they were because of what society had told them? Is that what you mean? That we're sort of subtly taking on these I can'ts?
Exactly. So here's a great example. I'm short, therefore I can't model. Okay, I mean, it's not established that short people should model, but whether you should or whether you can are very different tests, right? And by the way, I approach every little thing in my life like that. Like all the shit I do, I go, I shouldn't, but it doesn't mean I can't. There's a big fucking difference. So if you're telling me I shouldn't be in the room, you may be correct. It doesn't mean I don't have the capacity to be in the room. I want to force my way in. And I'm going to get to change your mind. So this thing about identity, I think is so powerful because in today's world where we're no longer demographics, we're a psychographic now. There is a kid living in Kuala Lumpur who's never been out of Kuala Lumpur who sounds like a kid in Brooklyn, New York because he's watching Jay-Z on YouTube. But he's completely immersed in that culture and he's never left his small little village.